So Nick, I can do this thing just be like...
3, 2, 1, throw.
What's up, everybody? My name is Mike Murphy. I'm one half of the Brothers Murph, and it's time for Metagame Minute, where we talk about stuff in board games, about board games and whatnot, and we just, you know, just people start talking about it. That's the whole point, duh. Today I want to talk about weird boxes for games. We've talked about boxes before, should be stacked vertically, horizontally. Obviously, the way we have them is correct. I'd say horizontal, vertical, but I can't remember which one is which. And I want to talk about funky, weird boxes. Do we like them, despite them kind of being inconvenient? So the one that brought this to my attention was Junk Orbit. We played it recently. It's from Renegade Games. Now, folks who know us know that we quite like Renegade Games. This doesn't change anything like that. It's a fun little game. I like Junk Orbit. It comes in this really wild-looking cylinder. I'd say it's a box. I want to say it's a game box, but it's not a box shape. It's a cylinder, but it's got all the pieces in there. It's just a bunch of junk and whatnot. And when I saw this game before playing it, I was like, this must be like a rad dexterity game where we're like flicking stuff in and around the bin, and it's going to be orbiting and stuff like that. And it is sort of a pick up and deliver game that's really cool in terms of like how things work. You have to shoot or junk one way, which will propel you the other way around orbits around Earth, the moon, and Mars, to deliver stuff to the proper cities and whatnot. And that's super cool. But then I realized very quickly that this does not serve any kind of purpose in the game. It is just different. And I was a little bit bummed out by that. Still quite like the game. But then all of a sudden, something I'm like, this would be kind of a cool thing on the shelf and stuff. Now I'm like, this doesn't fit on the shelf. And it doesn't need to be a circle. Man, like you orbit around a circle, but we don't actually orbit around this circle. So I was bummed by that. I'm curious if you experience anything that is like a weird box shape, not box shaped bag or whatever, like bananagrams, for example. Comes in a banana. Do we care? Do we mind? Do we like it? I think that's kind of cheeky and fun, and it's also small. I think if you want to get away with weird stuff, make it small, make it be able to fit into like a bin. So we have some weird stuff. We have things like Mint Delivery and Mint Works. They come in mint tins. They are so on brand, it's stupid. It is adorable, it's cute. It can also go in my pocket. I'm not too worried about this being a not very conducive shape to kind of putting with other things. I can live with that. This is very small. I heard like 5-Minute Dungeon is like a crazy looking thing, but that's kind of bigger to the point where like, would it be able to fit well on a shelf? Do you want to have weird stuff so they can kind of live on top of your shelf and be kind of like a statement piece or something like that? Is that useful? What do you prefer in your game containers, we'll say, since they're not all boxes? I think generally I prefer boxes. It's just simple, just like it's easier to stack stuff that way. Things like this are really cool, but I'd rather have it be a game like Garbage Day, where it comes in a garbage can, but you actually use the can to put cards on and stuff, and you're trying to balance things and whatnot. So it's a central piece of the game itself. It serves a purpose. That's what I prefer. If you're gonna go wacky and weird, like be about it. Make this a big part of it, not just this whole thing. So then when you get right down to it, it's just got a bunch of stuff, so it's really disorganized in there. Love you, Renegade. Still love you. We'll always love you. This thing, I was a little disappointed by. Just saying. Junk Orbit, though. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments below on odd containers. Are you into it? Do you think it's fun? Do you just want a bunch of bits sent to you in a bag, like from Ralph's? Is that good for you for containing things, or do you want everything to be nice and orderly? Do we need standardized box sizes regardless of like what's in there? Should they all be the same, because then it just serves to be very pleasing to the eyes? I don't know the answers, folks. Give me your answers in those comments below. Don't forget as well to give this video a thumbs up if you like what's going on here. I'm Mike Murphy. I'm one half of the Brothers Murph. There's another Murph. There's several more Murphs, actually. But Nick's the other one on this channel, so you'll be seeing him from time to time. If you're new to us, feel free to subscribe and turn that bell on to get notifications for when we have videos, which is quite often. And that's all I got, folks. Just remember that whether or not you want everything all crazy or very orderly, similar sized boxes, the more meta, the more better.